Again, my name is Judge Tamika Lane. I'm currently a judge on the Court of Common Pleas. I am a major trials judge in the criminal section. I am the only judge in that section who hears human trafficking cases, as well as a large part of my docket actually includes family violence, sexual assault cases. But I hear everything and I do jury and waiver trials. But before we even get to me being a judge or even a lawyer, I know some of you on here, but for those who don't know, I was born and raised in this part of Philly called the Bottom. It's like the other side of the tracks. We didn't have a lot financially or materially, but what we had a lot of was love, a sense of community. And my grandmother worked in a cafeteria. My mother is now a retired police detective, and they had a huge influence as to who I am today. And they instilled a strong sense of service to others. And that's how I chose to live my life. I was a public school teacher. I taught seventh grade social studies. Shout out to all the teachers on here because I know how hard you work. I can't even imagine doing it on Zoom. So God bless you guys. And after being a teacher, I went on to law school and I worked as a law clerk. After that, I was a public defender. I was a major trials attorney at the Defender Association, where I represented adults and juveniles who could not afford a lawyer. And I was in court every day. And I represented a lot of people. I did a lot of trials, but I stopped counting. I did jury and waiver trials. I was also a supervisor there. After that, I went to work for the state Senate, where I was the executive director for the state government committee. And that's when we had that crazy photo ID law. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was like one of the worst in the country, as well as that gerrymander map later declared unconstitutional. And I had the honor of drafting the amendments for the Democratic caucus to introduce to try to minimize the impact it would have on marginalized communities. And I also drafted legislation and just assisted the caucus fighting for working people and our democratic values and principles. But I never forgot what I saw as a public defender. I never forgot how I saw people being treated because they were different. And I stepped out on faith. I talked to my pastor, my mom, and my daughter, because I'm also a single mom. And when I worked in Harrisburg in the Senate, I actually commuted every day to Philly and Harrisburg so I can be home with her in the evenings. But I stepped out and I ran for judge for Court of Common Pleas. It wasn't easy, but I did it. I never gave up. And I wound up coming in #1. And that's not to be boastful, but that's to show you how I went from the bottom to the bench. You can't do that without perseverance, without a work ethic, and without determination. And that's what I would bring as a candidate here also for Superior Court. And when I got on the bench, they immediately threw me on one of the busiest courtrooms in the busiest section of the criminal division. And they actually combined 2 courtrooms and gave that to me. So my docket was crazy, but I had so much trial experience. I handled it so well that within 5 months, they promoted me to a major trials judge. And I was only one of 5 judges who did sexual assault and family violence cases. And that's why my docket is still so heavy of that. And the Pennsylvania Bar Association, they rated me highly recommended based on my judicial temperament and how I operate my courtroom. I treat everyone with dignity and respect. I don't care if you're Black, white, if you're rich, poor, who you love, if English is your first language. It doesn't matter to me. Everyone gets treated the same with that dignity, especially given the sensitive matters that I hear in my courtroom. I want everyone to feel safe and know that their voice is heard. Also, I've authored over 100 opinions, and I am very active in the community. I was co-chair of Advancing Civics Education with the Bar Association, where we went into public high schools and taught civics. Well, we still do. I teach civics, as well as I'm an adjunct professor at Harcum, and we know more than ever how important civics
30
is.
seconds.
Oh, thank you so much. And as a judge, I've made those decisions that go to the court, from the Court of Common Pleas to the Superior Court. The bulk of their docket is actually criminal court. And when I talk criminal matters, and when I talk to judges on the Superior Court, and they just said that it was invaluable to have that trial experience. And I want you to know it's 1 seat, and it is a Republican vacancy. And when we win, because I'm claiming it, we're going to flip it and turn the Superior Court blue. And I can't do it without each and every one of you. I'm fired up, and I know you are too. Let's take this seat. Let's do it. Thank you.
Yay!
All right. Thank you so much.